Hey guys, it's Dave Schmitz, ResistanceBandTraining.com. Thanks for taking part and joining me this week again for another video blog. It's a very special one this week. I had one of my listeners, Bob Acton, out of Canada, who works with tons of hockey players, step out to me last week and ask me a question, and immediately got my brain thinking about how I progress people with single leg work. You know, he works a lot with hockey guys, and as a result, a lot of his hockey players have to train at home. And sometimes they got to train off the ice in different locations. So he really likes the idea of being able to bring resistance bands into their training program. So his question to me was, Dave, how can you go ahead and help guys get better at using pistol squats? Because pistol squats are one of those exercises when it comes to my hockey players. If I can get them working and doing that, I'm extremely excited because they can develop the lower body strength we need. So guess what? Bob, I'm coming to you today. Let me take you through my single leg progression that leads up to being able to do pistol squats. So sit back everybody, it's time to do a little bit of squatting. Let's get rolling with this single leg squat progression. Now first of all, what you have to understand is bands are just like any other device. You need different resistances. Now the cool thing about resistance bands is it gives you a variation of resistance by having just a single band. Obviously you can shorten it a little bit, you can stretch it out more, and that gives you more resistance. Regardless of the fact, you need different bands. So the bands we're going to be using today, we're going to use 4 different bands. We're going to go ahead and use a red. I've got a black in my hand now. I got the purple hooked up to the band utility strap, and I've got my big green band here. Single band package. You know, again, I got multiple packages on, so if you're looking for bands or what to buy, we'll talk about that later. You can read it in the blog post itself. But just understand that you do need different resistances to get started. That said, let's get rolling. You know, the first single leg exercise I like to get people going on are split squats. Reason being, there's no ground impact, it's fairly easy setup, and most people can do it. Plus it really develops their hip flexibility, not just their overall lower body strength. So let me show you split squats. We go ahead and do a very simple front hold position. We just put the band up onto our shoulders. It's kind of like if it was a bar. And we drop it out into this position, putting that back foot back. I like to make sure that back foot's dug in, elbows are up high, and I'm dropping straight down. Again, most people can go ahead and do this very easily. It's an easy exercise to get started with. From there, just to make it a little bit more dynamic, I like to go to a reverse lunge. Now some people say, well, why don't you go to a regular lunge? Well, a reverse lunge is still not going to give me the ground impact that a lot of people struggle with, but it's going to allow me to get some active movement going and some mobility going, so it makes it a little bit more challenging for the athlete. So let me take you through reverse lunge. Reverse lunge, you start here, you drop down. Now the key is keep that back foot light. Drop down, real soft, come up. I like to even kick back a little bit and really emphasize having to stabilize on that front leg. Notice how I switch. Step in, step out, still ready to go. Now if you get the bands up onto the top of your shoulders, it's not going to be a tough hold. All you got to do is push the band a little bit away with your thumbs and you're ready to go. So reverse lunge, load that front leg, down, explode back up. Reverse back, and come back up. So those are the first 2 single leg progressions I like to get people started with. Now let me come on back and we'll go ahead and go to the next progressions that I like to get rolling with.